Hello and welcome to Deck Techs with Lady Lavinias. In this one we're going to be looking at a deck called Lore, Hold My Beer. It is a really fun Is It deck that's a Reanimation style that focuses around Velomachus Lorehold, or Mr. Lorehold as I call him. Lorehold is a 7-mana 5/5 legendary creature Elder Dragon with flying, vigilance, and haste. Whenever Velomachus Lorehold attacks, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to Velomachus Lorehold's power from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. So this deck is focused around using these Faithful Mendings, Thrilling Discoveries, and Faithless Lootings to loot Mr. Lorehold into our graveyard, and then use a card from Kamigawa, Invoke Justice, to bring them back. Invoke Justice is a 4 white pip and 1 colorless, so 5 mana sorcery. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then distribute 4 +1/+1 counters among any number of creatures and or vehicle target player controls. So the idea is to pitch Mr. Lorehold into the graveyard and bring them back with Invoke Justice, getting 4 +1/+1 counters on it, so it would be a 9/9 flying, vigilance, haste. And then you're able to cast anything that has, or that is a total CMC of 9 or less. That's a sorcery or an instant. So we will be able to play Alrund's Epiphany, that will give us extra turns. We'll be able to play Inspired Ultimatum, even Seagate Restoration if we want more cards in hand, or a Mara's Call to make some White Angels and make Mr. Lorehold indestructible until my next turn. So that's kind of how it is. We do have some removal as well, just before we get there, but deck tends to pop off on turn 5. It's pretty good and consistent with the loot. Well, I guess you can make that decision for yourself. We're going to play this and see how it goes. So, we're going to be, for this deck, all we need to find is our looters, so that means anything that will be able to toss things out. Having Mr. Lorehold in the opening hand is also wonderful. The only downside here is that we do have multiple check lands. I'm still going to keep it because it is still a decent... Oh. Okay, Johnny's welcome. It's actually really good. I will have to pay for it, but I think it's fine. Right. I can get this thrilling. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. We're gonna discard these 2. Draw those. Okay, so we have our Invoke Justice. That's what we need. Now we just need to survive, essentially. Alright. We're gonna go Faithless Looting. I actually have no way to get this out right now. You don't have a double red. That guarantees to go untapped. I guess I could have Faithless Mending one more time. Fine. Ow. We do this. We attack. And we take an extra turn. Go again, so this time... I think we're going to go... Deals 3 damage and that. Or just the lifelink. I guess the lifelink is fine. Inspired Ultimatum is fine as well. Too bad I could have done, killed this as well. Regain that. And, I guess the damage has to go here then. Which will actually kill this because it'll go back down. Which is kind of a neat interaction. Alright. Splendid. Angel. And Speaker. Will not give them enough. Do have it now, but that's okay. We're gonna do this. And then we're gonna take an extra turn after this one. We're gonna Wrath. And we're gonna bring it back again. And they didn't like that, so that's the game. Their mono white stuff. It gets really ridiculous pretty crazily, but thankfully we were able to clear the board, and then we had her invoke after it was our turn again to do the same thing and keep it going for as long as possible. That's kind of the deck what it's supposed to do. It gets really quick on turn 5. Hopefully you'll have the Invoke Justice, so you'll be able to play it immediately. And it's pretty consistent. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so, we're gonna see if we can have another good game doing exactly what the deck wants to do. We see, I do find a lot of monocolor decks when I try this one out. It's something that you'll have at home can test out and see for yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna actually get a mulligan. Even though we do have the Thrilling Discoveries, I don't love having the double all-around Spiffany. I would like to get that with Mr. Lowerhold, so we're just gonna put that, mulligan that down, and have a much better hand. So I'll put back the Seagate Restoration. Fine, and then I will Faithless Looting. And get those down. Oh, it's goblins. Alright, so Deafening Clarion going to be nice and useful this time around. We're gonna be discarding these two. Drawing 3. Nice, so we have our Invoke Justice, so then now we just have to get to turn 5. Got it. I don't like their ramp here, so we are going to probably just wrap the board for now. I don't want to deal with it. Just double Skirk protectors are just problematic. Interesting. Okay. Wasn't expecting the splash there, but that's okay. So we're gonna Faithless Looting these two out. Wow, we actually didn't get a land in that? Huh. Okay. Wow. So we are now a turn behind from Invoke. Let's see what we can do. Hey, Cranko. Absolutely going to do this first. Do not want to deal with this. Wrath that. Now we just need to top deck a land. Have another Cranko. Okay, that is a tapped land, unfortunately, but see what we can do. Oh, we'll do this. Oh. We're gonna decline that, actually. Oops, that was my bad. I forgot this one is a discard first and then draw, but I did gain 2 life, so it's not the worst. Okay, so we're gonna be taking a little bit. Just gonna do Faithful Mending. We're gonna throw out whatever this is. Just to get us up a little bit. Bring this back. Attack. These are unfortunate choices. Sometimes that's how it happens. There's a Mars Call. We're just gonna put a land down. So they have to win this turn. Because they are facing down another 9 damage. And I'm still at 15. It is possible because you should have activated that first and then done it. Okay. Haven't done the math here. And I win. I was like, wait a second, what? That was something. I just watched the Goblin player just punt out the game entirely. They should have activated it first, and then they would have gotten all of those goblins, and then it would have gotten. They would have played the other one. Okay. So we're gonna be looking. There's Lorehold here. We also have these Thrilling Discoveries, so we'll keep this hand. That's fine. We'll go a Triumph first. Probably into our Sacred Foundry. Go Warden. Okay. We'll put these two there and draw those. Cleric class. Deafening Clarion is actually wonderful. I think I will do that. I really don't like this. I'm gonna clear it. Bye. London Angel. Surely. Those two. Drawing a bunch, Deserted Beach, and then we'll do the same thing. These two. Alright, we found our Invoke Justice, so we will get that out on turn 5. Okay, Cleric class. Surprise! It's my turn again! Surprise! Neat. Perfect. So we'll gain life, we'll do the damage, and that will be enough. Easy enough. So that's what the deck's supposed to do. Exactly that. Where you take extra turns and then you can use the Inspired Ultimatum to get through the last little bit of it. But you can win essentially on turn 5, is essentially what I was trying to... Well, I guess on turn 6, your turn 6, their turn 5. Or their potential turn 4. I guess it depends. Okay, well, we'll keep going. There's plenty more examples to show. Alright, let's see what we can do with this deck, and if we can get it running by turn 5. Okay, we have all the pieces that we need for this. Looks fine. I don't love the Elrond's Epiphany in my opening hand. That's one less to get in the deck once you have Lorehold, but I do have the Invoke and Mr. Lorehold, so hey, it's a squirrel deck. We'll just wait for the Faithful Mending. A Tycoon. Let's draw and discard. I guess we'll just play this tapped, and we'll get our Faithful Mending again. That's fine. Mayhem Devil. It's really scary. Bunch that we saved, which is nice. We're gonna wrap it up. Sure. Those are all gone, and we can get Invoke on turn 5. Corvold. And Lorehold. We will Alrund's Epiphany. And they didn't want to deal with that, so there's that game. So they were all going to take 9, and then they would have to have sacrifice this, and then I do get another attack with Lorehold. So they were just a big sack deck. I did like that they added the Black Market Tycoon, which is a new Capenna card. But it was definitely a Jund sacrifice deck they were running with Corvold. So Corvold versus Lorehold. I guess I won. My dragon is bigger than your dragon. That's how it goes sometime, and it's pretty good. And remember, if you're enjoying this, to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. Subscription helps you can see lots of other decks that we have. Let's continue to see a little bit more of what the deck has. Great. So not too bad. We don't have either of the pieces, but that's okay. Sometimes we could just make it work. I'm gonna go Triumph first. We could go Sacred Foundry. Not a bad option. I think I want Triumph first. Mana? Let's go Thrilling Discovery first. Here. And here. Probably find more lands. We didn't. Okay. Well. We found Lorehold and Invoke, which is fine, so we can just do the same thing next turn and hopefully get lands. Pass the turn, they didn't even use that. Interesting. Okay, thank goodness, lands. Very interesting that they didn't cast a creature. They had Bone Crusher, just for face. It's fine. Well, they are gonna haste this in, so I'm taking 2. Probably gonna get their Bone Crusher in. Ooh. Rampaging Ferocidon, so we can't gain life. You got it. In that case, we're going to make sure all of this dies. And we're gonna play that untapped. That's really scary. That I can't gain life. I would like to gain life. Especially versus mono red. Thank you. I'd like to do so. Alright, well, it doesn't matter for them because I have it here. My 9/9. Also, I'm getting 2 turns. I'm gonna hit you there. And we're gonna hit you again. And, go Seagate. Draw a bunch of cards. And we're just gonna end. We unfortunately didn't have enough to directly damage the phase. We did have enough for Inspired Ultimatum next turn, but they were already on 2. Probably done. That's how quickly the deck can kind of go. It just goes more and more mono red specifically. Can go pretty quickly, but thankfully we have enough ways in board wipes, like with the Wraths or the Deafening Clarions, to be able to stabilize in time for us to get to 5. So, that's kind of it. I think we probably have enough for one more. See what we can do. Alright, I would like our last game to be surprising and fun, maybe something slightly challenging. But you've kind of seen exactly what the deck's supposed to do over and over and over. It is a kind of a one-trick pony. If you get countered on the Inspired, then you kind of lose the game. But it's good regardless. Okay. So, hand is fine. Knock that in, go Faithless Looting. Here and here, we don't need either of those. Stone. Same thing. Instant speed. No, that was a little dangerous to do, actually. I should have waited. I should have let them do that first, because then I could have just played one of those. Alright, I guess we'll just wait. Because if I gotten it, it would have been really scary. Environmental sciences. That was a misplay on my part, but it's okay. Alright, again, I think we're just gonna be looking for our Invoke Justice. Get it next turn, but I'm a little worried now that they have the Inquisition of Kozilek, so... Okay. I might just die now that the Bolus of Citadel's here, though. We shall see. The Tendrils of Agony deck. I see. Guardian Idol? Gold Steel Heart. There's the Tendril of Agonies. So unfortunately, we're dying here. Extra super dead. On turn 4. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That was pretty good though. Alright, well, that's okay. That was a fun one to die on, honestly. I'm gonna try, we still have time for one more game, so I'm gonna do that. Here we go. Hopefully our final game is a good one. Gonna be looking things out on turn 5, so we'll see what we can do. I know YouTube, this is in the past for you, but I need you to still send me your energy, and we'll just transform it back in time so that I can have good games. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. I'll take it. Warlord Von Wolf. I like the name. Alright. I clicked it too quickly. We actually don't have our pieces that we need. Oops. Okay. Hopefully we can get a red source and be okay. Opponent is goblins, so we're gonna need that ASAP. Thank you. Okay, and these two can go out. No war chief. Ow, ow. Okay, I'm gonna do this and hopefully we can find a clear or something. We didn't find it. Okay. Okay, we have an invoke, so we're gonna do that on turn 5 next turn. We just gotta survive a turn. War leader? really matter, and I need a bunch of stuff for this. Okay, one extra turn is mine. And it looks like they also were not having it because goblin things. I was going to be doing 9 and 18, so hopefully we could have been able to do the last little bit of damage. But thankfully we were able to get to 5 before they really super popped off. As you can see, the goblins go really quickly, so it's a problem. But, you know, the fact that this deck can actually defeat goblins is crazy to me. Means that it's consistent enough that it is pretty good. But that's kind of exactly what you want to see with the deck. Hopefully you liked it. It was really... Ha 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 ha. It's a goblin. I see what you did there, Arena. You know, take a look at it one more time. Again, thank you for my chat for deciding our lovely name for this deck. We make them all on stream at twitch.tv/LadyLavinias. But here's the deck, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please tell me what you think about it in the comments, or if you've seen this at all, and if other people have been playing it, and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not. But until next time, bye YouTube!